Land your plane, land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.
Welcome. Thank you for boarding with Land Your Plane podcast. I am your pilot instructor, Della Nucci. First time flyers. Thank you for checking me out. If you like it, you know what to do. Like it, share it, and subscribe it. And my flight family, welcome back. You know what's goody. I got my flight attendants with me today. Introduce yourself. Well, I got the flyers flight attendants with me today. Introduce yourself.
I'm racing.
Gentlemen.
Bugsy Bogart, don't ask me. Yes, I did get it on the plane.
It's your boy Money Bag Extraordinaire. I put the money in the bag so extraordinaire, aka Gemini, aka Let's Get It.
I'm 34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from an auntie uncle you didn't even know you had.
DeVille, Southside.
Welcome, everybody. And we got V in the comments. Shout out to you in the comment section. You already know. These questions apply to you, too. So, this system applies to you, too. So, answer in the comment section, too. And if you were rewatching this at home, you know what to do. Well, today, I wanted to create a system called the Ask system. Basically, the art of arguing. How healthy people handle healthy conflict. What if the biggest problem in most arguments isn't that people don't have answers? It's that they stop asking good questions. So tonight we're challenging a common belief. Most people think arguments are won with better comebacks. But what if healthy relationships are built with better questions instead? Let's see if our guest agrees. My flight attendants. What are some words or thoughts that come to mind when you hear the word argument? Let's start with you, Reese.
When I hear argument, I hear anger, emotions, thoughts, unhealthy communication. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll land my plane with that.
Respectfully. Jen, what are some words or thoughts that come to mind when you hear the word argument?
Resolution, getting to the point, sticking to the facts. I land my plane.
Respectfully. Excuse me. Siggy, what's some words or thoughts that come to mind when you hear the word argument?
Conflict of interest. Solution. When I say shut up, don't you think it'd be wise to be quiet?
We being quiet because you said shut up, or that's where you're laying?
Oh, I land my plane. My fault. My bad. Yeah, that was. I land my bad. I muted up and everything.
Yeah, we didn't want to disrespect you.
You got it on you. You got it on the plane. You know that.
Got it on them. So yeah, cool Billy and the Billy. What's some words or some thoughts when you hear argument?
Tit for tat. Not listening, just responding to respond. Loud, wrong, emotional.
Fuck that shit.
Let me. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, I land.
That's it.
Yeah.
What is some words or
What's
thoughts
up?
that come to mind when you hear the word argument?
First word is Capricorn. That's the first one
Here
I
we
think
go.
of.
Shut up. See, look, you're trying to argue.
Watch it, my nigga. What kind of Capricorn?
Respect the speaker.
You
Respect
notice,
the speaker, please.
wait, you notice that there's multiple other signs on this thing, with the only two people who spoke
Or Capricorns. Right.
the only ones trying to argue with me.
Don't come for us.
You know what? I'm about to mute. I'll mute up.
I mean, it's not proving me wrong.
That's how you starting the flight? That's how you want to start? I mean, niggas didn't even did the compliments around yet. Niggas didn't get no peanuts, nothing yet. You just all right. Okay.
It's telling you what I thought. You so sweet. I didn't know I was gonna get pressed for my thoughts. My apologies.
Respect.
Yeah. I think about Capricorns.
Let me mute up too real quick.
I'm joking with that, but I think about lack of development as far as communicational skills go. A thing where two people, you have an idea but not an ability to express it. Not an accurate way to express anger. The most worst way to express something that you're discontent with. You know, we're all going to have things we don't like or we don't agree with, but the worst way to express it would be through an argument, because it creates confusion. That's another word I think of. Confusion. Lack of focus on solutions. It's not a resolution, because to me, when people argue, at least for me personally, it creates more issues, because now you got what was said during the argument, or what was done during the argument, or you was yelling at me. So yeah, we was talking about me not flushing the toilet, but since we argued about that, now I'm thinking about how you yelled at me. I'm not even thinking about the toilet no more, or how I need to flush next time. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about how I was yelled out. To me, it's disrespectful. It's inappreciative. It lacks it's destroying. It's destroying what we have built up, what we have built. Like, it's like if I was sitting here talking and somebody was mouthing stuff to me because we was in an argument, it'd be something like that, because that's what happens. People, like, they destroy what you're trying to do through those conversations. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's
My bad.
it's
I
the
thought I
least.
was muted.
You just unmuted yourself to say you thought you was muted. You clearly. That is awkward. You know what I mean? I guess my last thing I would think of when I think of argument, the word argument, probably with Leos. People who are Leos, those people like to argue. You know what I mean? Those people, they love a good argument. I got one person I know who's a Leo. We probably argue every day about something. He calls me and finds random things to argue about. You know what I mean? Like just to do it. Whether purple is violet. So I think it's to some people, I guess, and I'm gonna land with is the normality, and I'll land with that. It's their normal. It's their regular.
Respectfully. Harlem Bombshell says expression of a heated, intense verbal disagreement. Another thing that comes to mind is when one presents their perspective or point of view. Thank you for that, Harlem Bombshell in the building. I agree with all of y'all, but it's like all of y'all gave like a negative connotation of an argument. It's like I didn't hear. Well, I heard some. I can't say I heard all negative. But I did hear some that weren't negative. It weren't negative. It weren't good, but it was just along the lines of connotation that it gives that argument. All arguments are negative.
It is.
They are.
Yes.
Are they?
Argue. Yes.
My
Yes.
bad.
I mean, there's a.
So when you when you argue, that's what an argument is. Now there you can communicate, you can have a conversation,
a disagreement,
correct. But when you say argue, it's usually in the context.
It's always
correct. Now yeah, facts. Yeah, like yeah.
I'll just say, have you ever heard of anybody having a healthy argument? Yo, they just got out of healthy argument. Or I guess
that would be a
when we use the word argue, I guess we refer to negative, but debate or disagreement, those are the same things, but
no, it's not.
Okay, now look, I said stick it to the facts, right? If there's a problem, stick to the facts because there's always a jump ship or moving the goalpost. Then it creates tension, and then it creates like yelling, who's louder than who, and the yelling don't make you right? So it doesn't mean like it just sounds stupid. Both of y'all just yelling at each other and nothing's getting across. So my thing is that listening is definitely important, right? And if you got the mindset of how long they draw out and they start repeating themselves, can I get mine in real quick? Boom, boom. Then I like to turn it into like a debate. Even though you may not agree, it's more like a debate to me because it's got to get to a solution, so we can both agree on it. So you say your piece, even though it's not like that, because once you say the wrong word, then all else is out the window. And it's usually not shout out to the females, but it's usually towards the females. They get more, they scar you a little bit more. Even though we're good with words, they scar you a little bit more. So it's just sticking to the topic because once they move the goalpost, which they will, we have to get back to the topic so we can kill that noise. And if you got something else, then we can talk about that. So I always talk about say your piece, I'll listen. Be respectful. Let me say my piece, you listen, and then we both talk and come to a resolution.
That's not an argument, though. That would be a conversation or a disagreement. An argument.
I usually say debate.
A debate. No, it's different. A debate or a disagreement is different. And you're right. Everybody's not going to agree on everything. It could be something as simple as whether we should get margarine or regular butter. What makes that conversation an argument is how it's conducted. That's what makes an argument. How it's conducted.
Right.
If you go, I don't eat that because I'm trying to keep my calories low. Even is the presentation of what's is like, you trying to kill me? Huh? You want me dead? Like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing.
I'm saying, why Reese laugh like that? She's trying to kill you, cuz.
Yeah, she knows stuff I'm
allergic to.
I could have killed her multiple times.
She knows stuff I'm allergic to, and she tries to feed it to me. That's her thing.
She's trying to kill you.
When you was choking to death, I saved you.
That was crazy.
And it's on camera, so don't play with me.
Yeah, she has tried to feed it. You know, you don't know this about me, Gemini. I'm allergic to multiple things, and the things that I'm allergic to, she purposely tries to feed it to me.
No, don't even cap, because that's what the hell you do to me. Sigo, cuz don't even let him cap right now.
About what? What's going on?
About him being allergic to things, and I'm the one that tries to feed that to him.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be a witness to your crime. That's what it comes down to. He don't want to be a witness to your crime.
You did come up to me, Teresa, and say,
Oh, TJ, don't even start your shit.
You asked me a question. And put me on the spot.
Of course. I respect it.
So you did. You said that you was gonna throw away all of the insulin. I said, now why are we doing that?
He don't even take insulin, so now you're just capping even more.
I can't take it once it got thrown away. I can't take it.
That's a fact.
You don't take insulin.
I don't know what he's supposed to take and not take.
Yeah, because that's why you know it's a cat.
Speak to the doc. You wouldn't let me speak to the doctors. I don't know what's going on.
I wasn't with you when he got prescribed that at the doctor's. You took him to the doctor's appointment.
I told you I ain't want to be that guy. You made me that guy.
Okay.
You made me that guy.
I'm happy that you was willing to be honest. That's what I'm happy about. Just willing to be honest.
Always. That's all I know how to be.
Okay. So what do you call that? What do you call that? That just happened. That's not an argument, is it?
No, because it's jovial. We're laughing. Everybody's
I'm still playing.
That's the
I'm saying.
And I know what you're saying, and I'm just saying that's the difference. See how it's jovial, everybody's laughing. Where we might not be agreeing with each other, we might be taking shots at each other, but it's a joke. What makes it an argument is the anger that's behind it.
Intensity.
Animosity. Yeah, about to yeah. You got something cool. You got and you know, like with that, you start, like I said, moving the goalposts. You start bringing up old shit. So that's what I'm saying. The solution of that, you can never bring that up again, is letting that shit go. We talked about it. You said your piece. I said my piece. We done with that. But my thing is why? Real quick. Why is it always? Real quick. Why is it always a continuing thing every time there's an argument?
I'll tell you why.
That's my thing. I don't like.
You maybe remember why. Because once it's an argument, it's a fight. And anybody here that's ever been in a fight know the whole purpose is to win. In a debate, you want to win, but you can also concede because it's debate. We're basing it on facts. If it's a disagreement or whatever, you can concede. You can lose a disagreement. You can win a disagreement. But once it's an argument, it's a fight. And no one wants to lose a fight.
Facts.
So I want to win.
I'm still fair though. I'm still fair because you make points that I do wrong. You feel me? Like you make points that I do wrong.
Fair fight. Boxing is a fair fight.
It's a fair fight, but I want the point is not how you conduct yourself completely. It's the loss. It's the loss of a chance of you're so focused on winning or losing because it's a fight now. Even if like he just said, even if I'm not hitting you below the belt, my focus is no longer the solution. To me, it's winning. I want to win this conversation that we're having. I want to be the winner. So that's why.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's never gonna end.
Also, too, it's not really. Sometimes it's not about winning. It's about
right. That's what I say. That's what I said.
I say sometimes it's about not letting the other person disrespect you.
But that's going to happen regardless. Yeah, that's going to happen regardless.
In an argument,
that's going to happen regardless. Yeah, that's going to happen regardless.
No. Yeah, in an argument, yeah. But in a conversation, when we're talking, communicating, it won't be that. So I just want to just put that out as well. It's not really. Sometimes
you know what, bro? You know what, bro?
Really about winning. You know, you get those people that refuse to lose or want to get the last word and think that that's winning. Correct, but also too, it's once it becomes disrespectful. Now it's like, hold on, wait a second. You're not going to disrespect me. Now I gotta prove to you that you can disrespect me. Then you're going to continue trying to you know what I'm saying? So now it's just
Can I add to that though? Not to cut you off, but I would say
absolutely. It's open floor.
You can definitely say that being disrespected could be taken as a loss. You get what I'm saying? If I allow you to disrespect me, then I lost. So I have to show you can't disrespect me, so I don't lose in that way, in that manner. You get what I'm saying a little bit with that though?
Yeah. It's like you said. No, it's like you said. Your approach. No. Look, Dirk. It's your approach. If I'm saying something and it hit like below the belt, then you automatically gonna come with that disrespectful approach. And sometimes we don't mean what we say, but we say what we mean. You feel me? So it's a 50-50 on that shit. That's the weird part about it is.
But I think that's
conversation.
No, respectfully, yeah. Hearing y'all points y'all take. That's why I asked that question because I was, y'all just, you feel me, put me on to something. I understand that it's all forms of communication, but I was thinking that, you feel me, an argument is there's a way to have a healthy argument. So how y'all put it, y'all put me on to something that
argument would just fall under the negative category.
Unhealthy.
Yeah, I think very unhealthy.
It's unhealthy communication. I get it.
Correct.
Well, these are some of the words and thoughts that came to my mind while hearing y'all. I came up with logic, discovery, because in two people trying to get to something, they're trying to discover what they're talking about, or they're trying to show something to one person. And truth doesn't need anybody to agree with it. Truth is the truth. So that's why I asked,
correct,
is all argument negative? Because if two people are trying to persuade each other to get the idea of what I'm saying is the truth, and the other person saying what I'm saying, no, what I'm saying is the truth, and truth doesn't need neither one of you, how can that be? I'm saying, how can that be a negative thing if the truth exists already, and it's just two people trying to manipulate or persuade each other into getting to that discovery? So that's why I pose and I ask that question.
Well, there you go. It's like it goes back to what Dirt said. It's all in the delivery. Now, if you're yelling the truth, I'm like to me, you can't yell at me. Once you yell at me, I don't hear you no more. Now I'm like, yo, nigga, what the fuck you talking to? Why are you yelling? Because I'm not taking that approach. So fuck the truth. Fuck what you're saying. Like, you're gonna address me correctly. And that's why arguments will fall into the unhealthy communication category. Yeah, you're saying some truthful shit, or you maybe even have a point to it. But like, again, the delivery and how it's done won't ever come across correctly due to the way that you're delivering the message.
Respectfully.
That's true. And the way it is in we're all grown. So the way we do it, the way we got to accept our partners fall or tell the truth. I love telling the truth, even though it hurts. And even so, you tell the truth. I'm gonna say you got it. You were right. I can't go now and say you right and then be like, but this I'm still egging that on. You're right about that situation. It's all about, like I said, get into a. I still stand on that. Get into a resolution. Get into a common where we both stop yelling, man, because it just doesn't make any fucking sense yelling. You have a normal conversation, even though I fucking yell, but I'm just trying to get my point across. But when you interrupt, it's an anger point right there. It's nothing but anger because now I hear you. You went on for 15 minutes. I hear you. You repeated yourself 17 times, but I still hear you. Now let me talk. Let me get my shit out. But it's the interruption for me. It's the non-letting me speak because you feel that I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to say something that's going to be a fact. And I want it, but I don't want it because I know what's going to happen after that. We're not talking about this situation anymore. Now we're just going at each other. And that's unhealthy like a motherfucker. And I'm a victim of that shit. You feel me? So I lay my plane.
Respectfully. Well, shoot, I got y'all thoughts. You got my thoughts, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Shout out to our Harlem Bomb Show in the building. WW Right in the building. Shout out to y'all. Let me hear your thoughts. What's some thoughts or words of thoughts that come to mind when you hear the word argument? Is it the only unhealthy form of communication, or can we transform it into a healthy part? You feel me? Make it part of the debate, or the what was the other form? Healthy form of communication? Y'all said
Disagreement.
disagreement. Let's try to get it back to that. All right, like I said, I broke down. I had a system. I created a system, man. It's called the ASK system. ASK. We're gonna start with A. Acknowledge before you attack. Curiosity calms conflict. Accusations usually create defense. When people feel attacked, they protect themselves. When people feel understood, they're more likely to open up. Every argument, excuse me, reaches a fork in the road. Do I ask or do I assume? My question to y'all, we're gonna start with Reese, is how do you ask a difficult question without sounding like you're building a court case?
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking a question. Um, I think that it becomes more of a court case when you're approaching it in a manner of um, already your point, already trying to prove your point. So basically, if there is an issue, instead of asking a question and wanting that answer, and you're more asking it with the intention of putting your facts or your truth on it, versus saying, hey, how did your day go? Or basically, oh, you had a shitty day. There's a different way to ask a question. And I think a lot of times that people avoid answering questions because they don't want to be honest. And I feel like that even if you could ask a question up front and just asking it without the intention of putting your feelings behind it, um, if you're being ignored or feel like you're unheard, that's when you're going to go into defense mode of wanting the attack part of it. But I do think a lot of times that's how it gets confusing, is that if you're going in openly and your mind is in the correct thing of, hey, I want this answer, versus, hey, I'm going to prove to you what I think, then I think that's the difference in how you approach it. And I'm going to land with that.
Respectfully. Still dig. I see you putting in that work. Shout out to you. Um, how do you can hear me, Sig?
Yeah.
How do you ask a difficult question without sounding like you're building a court case?
Um, I would say it depends if you are already in a heated debate and you're trying to break it and ask a question. I would say, I hear you. I understand what you said, but tell me this, or how do we do this? Or I would first acknowledge their feeling, how they feel, and let them know that I understand.
Hmm.
Even if you gotta go back the last 2, 3 minutes of the conversation, like do a quick little run through synopsis. Like, I heard you say
Respectfully.
this, I heard you say this, I heard you say this. This is what I think this, and this means. But now let me ask you this, or what about this part, or this is how I feel. Then you go into your questioning. Now, when somebody is talking and you jump in with a barrage of questions, it sounds like it makes the person on the opposite end feel unheard. And now you're in there. Now you're arguing a different point because the person is automatically going to say, "This is the shit I'm talking about. Nobody listens to me." So
Hmm.
you have to let them let them feel heard first, and then go on. Nobody
That's
listens. This
true
is
talk, man.
oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
This is yeah. And again, we're talking about people, in a heated argument. I know sometimes it's harder to practice them type of situations than it
Hmm.
is to actually do it. I've been practicing on it for the least the last 6 to 8 years between there. And even sometimes I forget the lessons and tools that I've learned through my process. And it's easy to forget. It's easier said than done. Yeah, I mean, but it works. It works a lot.
No,
I
respectfully,
land my
because
plane.
yeah, respectfully, that's where we're trying to get at. Because like I said, we all human. We all gonna make mistakes. We not. This system is not perfect. I just applied it not today. I've been using it. You feel me? Over the years. It's the reason why I came up with this system. I've failed multiple times. I've argued multiple times. And you feel me? So I'm not. I'm in no way, no way, shape, form perfect. But hopefully somebody, could add to this system or use the system and be that role model. And that's what we're trying to get at. WW Wright says arguments go left when respect is put on the back burner. Just articulate your point without turning a conversation into a contest. I agree. I agree. Cool, Billy in the
I'm
Billy.
I'm gonna go with what Sid said a little bit, or all of it, because I'm a product of that environment where I go strong on. Okay, here's where it's at. This is where it needs to go. I love to stay on top of it because once you go, first of all, I'm coming to you when someone asking, you said asking hard questions without being right. It's not hard at all. I mean, that's your mate. You deliver that. You make up the story in your brain. So then you create it the wrong way. Me, it's the tone, it's the delivery, it's the when you answer my questions, it can't be loud because I wasn't. It can't be disrespectful because I wasn't, and it has to be honest because I am. And I need to know. It just doesn't look cool. What just happened? How did this play out like that? It's when it just goes left when the other party doesn't overstand or never had it happen that way, and they feel disrespected because sometimes you use big words. And I'm a fucking Gemini, right? So I pay attention to the solution. Let me ask it like this. I know I'm not going to get it this way. I know it's going to go that way. So I'm not assuming anything. I'm just asking you as a concerned citizen, you know? So I'm not going to approach it or build something in my brain to approach it that way. I'm just going to straight up ask you in a calm, cool, like we just communicating. So I'm going to ask you, same tone. Just don't feel disrespected if you don't know what the word I'm using. You think you're being disrespected. That you know what I mean? Like it just goes a different way. So I land.
Pushback. Can somebody, because like Sig said, in the heat of the moment, we know how hard it is to apply things that we've learned after, we did stuff. So in the heat of a moment, can somebody yelling with passion or just being passionate, can you um, misinterpret that as anger? I mean, not anger, disrespect.
Uh, 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 um, it's knowing your like I said, it's knowing your partner and how you deliver it. When you know your partner, you just deliver it the wrong way. You know the triggers, you know the button to press. You know how it's gonna come off. So you already set the tone for that. You know if you
I mean,
say
well,
the
hold on,
wrong way or
pushback. Hold on, pushback. This is a couple that just got together. This is like one of their, first real arguments. You feel me? And you feel me? You don't know, know how to take it, and they using big words and shit. You like, hold on, that can come off condescending. They could take that as disrespect because think that you're using big words to try to, confuse them. However, like I said, it's their first argument.
Google
They
it.
checking the meters of it. One is
Thank you. I wanted to finish, but I was going to say we live in the world of Google. So if you don't understand the word that I'm using, you can take it after we discussed our little shit. Go do your homework. Or he didn't disrespect me, or she didn't disrespect me. You feel me? And then you know what I mean. I apologize. I thought you was, and then but we're already old, so there is words that we still don't know. We gotta get the definition for it. But it's your approach and your tone.
at the end of the day,
That's
exactly.
yeah. It's
If
your
someone's
approach
in
and
a
your tone.
passionate conversation and you tell them to go Google it, it's probably going to go left.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Nah,
say Google
but
it on the spot. I'm saying, once
also
we're
too,
done.
I'm just that's what I'm purposely saying. Again, I'm not trying to cut it. That my fault. I wait.
You land,
Now go
Jen?
ahead, brother. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, cool. You jump out.
Like, I'm not saying you can go, you can. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the person who felt like they took it the wrong way. Maybe they went over their head. They don't understand. Google it instead of getting upset. Like instead of feeling some type of way. Also, too, ask. Hey, you know what? I don't know what that means. What do you mean by that? I don't want to take it the wrong way. So what do you mean by that particular word? What does that mean?
Exactly.
I
But
agree with
this is
that. I agree with them asking
yeah.
if they're not sure, but I don't agree with somebody saying go Google it.
I'm not gonna say I wasn't saying it like yo to tell them go Google it. I was just saying Google it if the person doesn't understand the word that was used in that content or the word but the definition, just Google it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Well, let
That's
me
what I'm
ask you a
saying.
question. Do people
Yeah.
use words that have multiple meanings?
Some words do have
So,
multiple meanings.
okay, but something that might not be in Google, like you may use a word that you are referring to as this, but the definition might be different, completely different.
It's how you use it. It's definitely how you use it.
I
That's
don't
why he
think
Bottom
said
line,
ask
it's
the
how you
person.
use
That's
it.
why he said
I
ask the
don't think
person. What do you mean? That's why he said ask the
if
person.
I was gonna say if I
Yeah,
have to do all
respectfully.
that,
I agree with
yeah,
that.
that takes 5 seconds.
Ask me.
Just like yo,
What
what do
do
you
I
mean by that?
mean?
But that
What do you
that
mean by that?
also takes some confidence because a person white not you know what I mean. That's all depending on the other person's confident level to even
No,
ask that. A
you
lot of
can do
people
that.
a lot of people don't even like to ask questions. They like just assume like oh motherfucker you talk oh what the fuck you say to me oh what and then you know I mean that goes left. But in trying to
Hmm.
understand that happens in the argument category. But if we're
I,
communicating and then we talking and I say a word that you don't know, now hey, what does that mean? Because we're talking. The level is calm. But
Yeah.
if you're yelling at each other, like, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna feel like fuck you like you know you're automatically gonna feel attacked. Anyway,
But if you're yelling good questions, and
doesn't
you
matter.
why are
Doesn't
you
matter.
yelling?
That
You yell at,
exactly.
you
that's
let
how
me
I
tell you
talk.
Exactly.
something. Let me tell you
That's
No,
how they
something.
talk. They
No,
got voice
no,
no,
modulation.
no,
Let me say one thing. Let me say
no,
one thing.
no.
Please, not to cut you off. Let me say one thing. You know who you yell at, and even then you shouldn't yell at them. Is people you have less respect for.
and
When
children.
when children, and you shouldn't even really yell at children because that's where they yawn to yell when they get angry because they learn that's how you express anger or that's how you express emotion. The reality of life is if I don't I would love to know what words would be used that a person wouldn't understand as a fucking grown up. That shit is awkward as fuck. Like maybe you need to be focusing on learning words when we're not arguing in general.
Go Google that. I said it
Yeah,
after everything is done. Go Google that. Go Google.
Uh,
Just remember the
maybe,
word. Don't use.
because if we're having a communication issue and you don't know what words mean, I would think you're probably the issue to the communication because you don't fucking know. That's why we're having a
You can't.
communication issue. Because like, what the fuck am I speaking a different language? This is English. Where did you graduate? When did you not graduate? How can I have even a healthy conversation with you if our issue is you not knowing what words mean and what words would I be using that you and how do I speak and on your level? I'm talking to a person that I'm supposed to be seeing as somebody I can build with, where the fuck can we build if you can't even fucking speak? You don't even know words. I can't send you to go sign the contract because they can write some shit in there you don't know. They'll own the building. You don't fucking know enough words. Like, just that's why I be saying, just suck dick. You don't. That's what your mouth is good for. It ain't good for talking. If we can have a conversation and you don't know words, then we don't need to be talking possibly, because it's like we can't come to a solution, because if I say something like aerodynamic, you're gonna be confused. You're gonna think I'm talking about something else. You don't even know what the fuck aerodynamic means. What words don't you know? And when will you fucking learn them?
All right,
And
pushback.
I'm not and I'm not dumbing it down for you either.
And no, this
What
is
would be
pushback. What would you tell your daughter? Because you're
What
not
do you
gonna tell
mean?
at
her to
what
just suck
age?
dick.
No, at what
That's
age?
my child.
No, what
That's
would
that
you tell your
child.
daughter?
Who's a grown up or a
Period.
child?
Yeah.
I tell
A
my
young
daughter
a young lady growing
who's
into a woman.
arguing
Or
who's
what would you tell
arguing
a
with
young
her.
woman, or what would you tell
What
your
is
daughter is a young lady now, a young
and
woman?
what
So what would you
and
Focus
tell?
what
on
hold up
learning.
and what
My bad.
scenario are you referring this to? What would I tell my daughter, and what scenario are you referring to? What situation? Like, if she's arguing with her boyfriend, or she's in an argument, or she doesn't understand, or what scenario, so I can answer.
It would be the scenario would be a difficult question without making it. I mean, they going through what they going through. I mean, the
Not understanding a word, or
not so much understanding the word. I'm trying to use his logic of what use Mo's logic of what he was saying of how he would address the situation
If
if he
she's a
can't
grown up,
understand word.
if she's a kid, I'm gonna tell her focus on school, because you obviously don't need to be out here dating yet if you don't know enough words to have a conversation with somebody you possibly are dating. That guy obviously has an advantage on you. Go read a dictionary.
I was
Go
gonna say
read.
go get a
Go
dictionary.
read. Go
Definitely.
fucking read.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna tell a kid. And if my daughter's telling me about her
Respectful.
boyfriend's arguments, I don't want to hear about it if she's a grown up. That's between her and him. Honestly, I don't want to be involved in a relationship, because that creates resentments and issues and things like that, to where her and the nigga might not break up. Now he got to come over to my house for Thanksgiving, and I'm ready to use some big words on him to see if I can catch his ass because of what he did to my daughter. So it's like, no, I don't want to hear about that. That's not for me. If you're grown up, you're in a relationship, I don't want to hear about your arguments with your boyfriend. You could tell me after y'all break up, but if y'all, even then, I might not want to hear it because I might get back together. I don't want to be involved.
I do. Let me fucking know. Tell me what's good.
As
Let me know.
Please
as a
inform me. Please
child,
inform me. I just want to be
yeah,
informed.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
I
mean?
as
want
a
to know.
child, I'm
Because
gonna have
what
that
I'm gonna,
communication with my
because what
child
I,
anyway.
because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point out if she was wrong, or if the situation is wrong, or he was
Right.
wrong. Sometimes I, no disrespect to the ladies and stuff. So sometimes, a lot of the times with females, it'd be emotional type stuff. So there be no logic in it, and men think more logical than females at points, especially in heated arguments, as we talking about. So I'm gonna inform her, hey, or point her in the right direction, would give her some dad advice. No, I'm not gonna intrude the relationship. No, I don't want to overstep my boundaries. No, but I do want to know what's going on, and I am gonna advise her logically how dads do. So yeah, I want to know.
Even though this is a side situation, my sister used to come to me. Well, not my sister, but my stepsister used to come to me and tell me about her boyfriend. And I'm, you know what I mean? I'm ready to go. I go beat him up, go check him, go do what she put that energy in my back. Like, yo, he's doing this and doing that. And I'm not being mindful of that's our relationship. I'm just trying to protect, right? So even with the daughter, you're gonna protect. There's words that you can use, sit her down, boom, boom, boom. There's words that my sister can use that I use for her. And so I go and do the brotherly thing. And next week she back with the dude. So I felt dumb. You feel me? I'm like, what you get me for? So now it's not like I never helped her out. I just questioned her after you got with her. Now we need to sit down and have a real talk. You feel me? So that'd be the same advice I use for my older daughter. Like Dirk said, I'm not gonna get involved. I'm gonna sit your ass down. I'm gonna learn you something. But that's your life. You got a kid with the nigga, or you're married to the guy, or whatever the case may be. Hey man, at the end of the day, you made that decision. As long as he don't put his hands on you, you feel me? We Gucci. You gotta handle that. You know,
Respectfully.
that was
Um, Sig, I think you were saying something.
Uh, I was just saying, keep me informed of everything. I would, I am, as long as the conversation, like Gemini said, doesn't lead to violence. I'm, I'm good at looking at situations from both sides, and I'm also good at having uncomfortable conversations, whether it be with my child, with him, or whatever the case may be. And I would just want to be involved. So if my child is wrong, I will tell her exactly where she's wrong at and where to fix it at. And I also will call him and have a conversation with him as well, because I'm an adult. A lot of the heated arguments that I got into when I was younger was because I didn't know how to communicate and I didn't know how to use my words. You feel me? And sometimes people need that lesson in order to learn. And as me being an adult and being a man and keeping it on me, I don't give a fuck. We can meet face to face and have a conversation on how conversations need to go, especially when it's concerning my child. That's how I
yeah.
feel
I did
about
that
it.
for my daughter too. Yeah, I did that for my daughter too. 100.
Respectfully. Now I post back. I only pose that question pushback because I know we got daughters on the panel. We got nieces. You feel me? So I want this. Not only does this system can work for parents, it can work for children. Children about to be adults. Children about to going to eventually they look up to somebody. Some people as role model. If there's not role models on this panels, there's you feel me. There's role models in the joint in the world somehow some way. So
If you got words you don't know, you got the wrong role models.
respectfully.
If you got words you don't know, then you got, well, there is words that certain people don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't just
Say a
walk
word I
through
don't
life.
know.
A lot of people don't go through life
Say a word I don't
making
know.
up, making up,
Say,
quiet,
say a word I don't know.
respect, allowing. Do you know these words? Do you know the definition of these words? You do? So why aren't you doing them? Why aren't you practicing them? I'm talking and you're talking over me. See, that's not how a
Shut
conversation
his
works.
ass up. Shut
I
his
did not
ass
even
up.
say land my plane.
Now,
Okay
Cool
then.
Villa, you was landing before Dirt was adding on to what you were saying. Did you was done landing to the question?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, for the
Respectfully, Dirt, you was done landing.
I never got to answer the question.
He doesn't need to answer the question. He doesn't know what
Question
allow,
is,
respect, any of those words mean.
how do you ask a difficult question without sounding like you're building a court case?
oh, I didn't answer that
Uh,
either. Good. Good though.
You want to go first, DeVille?
No, just ask without assuming. Land.
The Dirt.
I would say, I guess I'm gonna add on to what DeVille was saying. It's a court case because you come in to ask this question with all of this evidence. What is the question in the first place? Then there's no question. You have
Right.
all of this evidence. You have all this other shit going on. So what are you asking? you're looking for a confirmation, allegedly. If you done did all of this research and did all of this stuff, and then you come in and ask me about something that you already know, then
Or you
what's
assume you already know.
yeah, you assume you already know based on all of this
Right.
evidence you done put together. Yeah, so that's why it's a court case, because that's what a lawyer does. That's what a prosecutor does. They think they have proof to prove you're guilty, so they come with that to try to present exhibit A and present exhibit B and all this other shit. And it's like you're not really asking the question. You're already trying to prove a case. You know what I mean? So that's why. That's how. Ask questions that you already have the answer to. Those are the questions to ask. The ones you don't know, allegedly, or don't assume you know. Ask questions to things that you don't know and you don't have an assumption of, or be willing to take the question as the answer of the question as what it is. If you feel like your evidence isn't enough to prove something that you know or whatever, you think whatever, then ask the question and be willing to accept what the answer is. Because if you other than that, again, now you're creating an argument because you already think you know the answer to the question. So when I tell you no, I am allergic to peanut butter, you like, oh well, but wait. Then you had those Uncrustables. You got now you back. You already starting It's not a conversation no more. You're already starting a conflict
Well, that
because
would
you
mean
try.
your answer was a lie.
Do you know how many Uncrustables come with no peanut butter?
I don't know any.
See, yeah, but they do. You want to Google it?
Just jam.
That's what I'm saying. So you think you in your mind, oh, I said, don't you allergic to peanut butter? You ate an Uncrustable. Yeah, I did. The one without peanut butter. So it's not that the answer's a lot. Is that again, when you already think you know the answer, why are you asking me if I'm allergic to peanut butter still? So you're not allergic to peanut butter? What? Oh, no, yeah, I am allergic to peanut butter. But I did see you eat that Uncrustable. There's Uncrustables that don't have peanut butter. See how you said there isn't? Now when you off this thing and you go Google there is, it's like, but if it
I'm
was
not
really
Googling it because I really don't give a fuck.
see, and that's that's the point.
That's gonna
When the,
create. That's gonna create.
when the accusation is made and then it's not, and then it doesn't go with what you're saying, it's like, oh well, damn. Now I don't want to prove I don't again, and now I want to be proven I'm right. Because it's not I didn't come here with the idea of trying to figure something out. I wanted to know what I already knew already. So that's what I'm trying to prove. I'm trying to prove something I already know. And when you're trying to prove something, that's when you create argument. When you're trying to actually learn or have a conversation for better understanding, that's a difference. And I'll land with that.
Respectfully, we got some uncrustable lovers in here. Um, I heard everybody. What I heard everybody say was ask for understanding, ask good questions. To sum it up, from what I heard from everybody, I think I heard everybody say that ask good questions. So I would say the goal is discovery, not prosecution. Instead of leading with accusations, good questions invite honesty. Loaded questions invite lawyers. The tone often matters more than the words. Next one is S. Seek understanding before solutions. Most people don't listen, they reload. Healthy conflict begins when understanding becomes more important than being right. Sometimes your partner isn't asking for advice, they're asking to be heard. My question to y'all, we start with Reese,
Can you repeat that
is
again? I'm sorry. He said it again.
I, I got you, I got you. Start from S, the whole thing.
Yeah, say it. I'm sorry.
Seek understanding before solutions. Most people do not listen, they reload. Healthy
Okay,
conflict begins when understanding becomes more important than being right. Sometimes your partner isn't
correct.
asking for advice, they're asking to be heard.
Gotcha. Got it.
One question to y'all. Start with Reese. What does active listening actually look like during an argument?
Well, during the argument, I would say there's really no active listening because everybody's just trying to get their point across. But I would say that during a conversation, active listening is when you let somebody speak and you're actually hearing and understanding their feelings and points, um, and responding to that versus responding to just respond. Because if you're not truly hearing somebody and understanding, because everybody has feelings, so your feelings might not be their feelings, and that's okay. But if you're acknowledging their feelings and you're acknowledging what the question actually is, then you're actively listening to how they feel. So their response is going to be different than an argument. But I do think that if you're in a full blown heated argument, you're not going to actively listen because you're pissed off. So I don't think that active listening really goes into an argument. In communication, a debate, I can see where you're actively listening, but it takes one person to sit down and be quiet and acknowledge the other person and what they're saying. They You can acknowledge somebody and be like thinking completely opposite of what they're saying, and that's okay. But you're at least acknowledging what they're saying and how they're feeling. And I'm gonna land with that.
Can you give me one thing, like a step
One thing, what?
that would represent active listening?
Shut the fuck up. God gave you 2 ears and one mouth.
Shutting up. All right.
Because
V,
not
welcome.
like what I mean by shutting up is that if I'm talking, let me say what I gotta say and get it out before you're responding to what I'm saying.
Respectfully. So, so yeah, all right, I got you. Shutting up. V, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Peace and
Mother Earth,
blessings
how
to
we doing?
everybody. Doing well,
All right, Mother
brother.
Earth,
Greetings, brother Jim. How are you? Love and light. Love and light. It's good to see
always.
everybody. Good to see
You can't.
everyone. I've been listening in. And I have to, Dirty, I know about them Uncrustables back in the day. Back in the day, Uncrustables.
Back in the day, them joints are still lit. They
I know.
still
I
go
actually
through.
I had some. I saw. Was at Walmart the other day, and I used to like to drink it with my tea or coffee.
They broke the game when they came out with them honey and peanut butter one.
I actually saw those. Actually, yeah, I did. I saw the honey and peanut butter, and then they have the Nutella.
Respectfully. Well,
Respect.
you
So
hear you happen on. We doing the S system. We on S right now.
okay.
I'm gonna read S for you. Seek understanding before solution. Most people do not listen, they reload. Healthy conflict begins when understanding becomes more important than being right. Sometimes your partner isn't asking for advice, they're asking to be heard. Question to you is, what does active listening actually look like in an argument? Reese said shutting up. So I,
I
I would
have
love to, I would love to hear what you guys say, but try to leave me with a step.
I have to agree with Reese. It is being quiet. I like to be heard as well. And sometimes when you're in a heated discussion, people are not willing to listen. Especially the higher your voice goes. And I think I said on a previous discussion conversation that I like to protect my peace. And so I'm not a very confrontational kind of person, but I'm the kind of person that if you hit that chord, then it goes ding, and then, you know, but because I like to be heard, I actively listen. So I actually do take a minute. And once I see that, going back and forth is not getting anywhere, I'll stop myself and allow the person to speak and allow myself to listen. And because I want to get my, and once they finish, I ask, are you willing to let me get my point? Now that I've listened to you, are you willing to listen to me? And if since, if and usually they will, in some cases, no, but, but I do that very intentionally because I love my peace, and if I want to be heard and I'm not being heard, then I'll choose to listen to the other person so I can be heard, and I land the plane with that.
Respectfully. So shutting up, you agree with shutting up too?
Yeah, yeah, just be quiet. If you want to, if it's escalating and there's no solution in sight, and you want to bring things, sometimes the person who is more mature, or I would say maybe more evolved, psychologically, mentally, spiritually, per se, sometimes they have to make the bigger choice. They may have to take a L, just, if their goal is to, to bring things back into a place, of even kill and peace.
Respectfully. WW Wright says listening is absorbing the words and spirit of a conversation. Okay, I agree with that. Cool. Billy,
Yeah,
what does active listening actually look like during an argument? And try to leave me with a step too.
active listening looks like being, I would say, pretty much again, like Reese said, is you're not gonna always have feel the same way as the other person feel, but being that you're actively listening, you're trying to become, you're trying to get to the resolution of the situation. So what you're doing is pretty much, if you, not a lot of people can do it, but you're trying to see what that person is saying from that person's point of view, or for that person's perspective. So that's what active listening will be. I'll say, when you're taking yourself out of your shoes and your emotions and putting that person's shoe on and trying to understand where that person is coming from, which is not
Respectfully.
easy for a lot of people to do. But if you're capable of doing this, you're halfway there.
Dirt, what is the word for that?
For what?
What he just
What's the
said.
word? Hold on, I got the word for you.
Empathy.
Yes, but that's
Empathetic.
not the word I would say.
What'd you say? Cool.
I'm gonna give you a word.
So I was thinking the one.
He
Um,
gotta Google it, okay?
that too. Don't you tell me to Google nothing.
It's all about tone, Reese. Tone.
Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Uh,
He has to Google that right now, okay?
there
See,
it
that
is. All
sounds
right. You
more.
know
That
what?
sounds more
You know
inviting.
what?
Like that
Was
make a
that a
nigga
little
want
bit
Yeah.
better, guys?
to Google some shit.
I got my thumb and I got my pointer. They clicking. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. I was gonna. I will. If you want to go, what I said, the word is
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
What Dirt said, it would be empathy. It would be empathy. That's exactly what it is. But I was just
Copy.
gonna give you a word because you were just saying what would a word be?
Yeah, yeah. Give me one. Give me one. Give me a better one.
Perspective. Different
Got,
perspectives.
gotcha.
Understanding different perspective by it has it. But perspective, when you being that you want one word.
No, respectfully, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Jadem, what does active listening
Um,
actually look like in an argument, during an argument? And try to leave me with
um,
a step.
okay. The bottom line is respect your partner,
Okay.
right? So, like, it's not hard to listen. It doesn't cost anything to listen. Just know that when whoever parties respond to what they listen to, Like my sister Reese said, please shut the fuck up. I wanna respond of what you said because I'm like that, and you said something wrong. Respect goes a long way, and I'm big on that. I fall victim. Yes, I do, but I make sure if I get there, even though I lose it sometimes, when I get there, I gotta keep composure. Let me shut up, and and it's like that. You don't want to shut up, but it's all about respect. No matter how it goes or what happens to respect. Because what you gonna break up? What you gonna get divorced? Yes, that happens, but all about just respecting the other person's talking view, points I want to make, what doesn't fit right for me, right? Respect.
Respectfully.
I
Land with that.
land with that.
Hey, Dirk,
Huh?
what does active listening actually look like during an argument?
Feminine.
Okay. That's a word that you got for me? Feminine?
Yeah, active listening is something that a person who is feminine should be doing.
Gotcha. Any else thoughts?
Um, I don't understand why somebody would be listening to a person they're over. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? I don't think the king listens to the kingdom. I think they just rule it.
Respectfully.
So that's what's always awkward to me. That's why I always say, like, I mean, I'm thankful for everyone because without most, we wouldn't have pyramids. I'm thankful for everybody.
That's where you land.
Yeah, I'll end with that.
What does active listening actually look like during an argument? I've heard shutting up. I've heard perspective. I heard respect. I've heard respect your partner, and I heard feminine. Some of the steps I would add to that would be stop interrupting when you're speaking. When someone else is speaking, don't interrupt. Listen. Maintain eye contact if appropriate. That'll let you know, reassure that you know that you're in the conversation, you're engaging. Repeat back what you heard. I think Sig said that earlier. Hold on one second, y'all. Um, where was I? Oh yeah, repeat back what you heard. Sig repeated that. He said that earlier. Ask if you understand correctly what you've heard, and for understanding, and respond after they finish. I think some of those steps would probably be helpful to de-escalate or help y'all get to y'all resolution. You dig? We're gonna take a quick commercial, pay some of these bills, water break, bathroom break, and all that. Beat me back here. Don't meet me here.
Land Your Plane is a show where truth takes off and accountability lands. Guests face honest questions about love, loyalty, relationships, ego, family, and the conversations most people avoid. Want to be a guest or bring family on? If you have a story, unresolved conversation, relationship question, or truth you're ready to face, we want you on the show. Apply here. And somebody will get back to you or comment. Ready to land. Clear the runway. Your seat is waiting.
Shorty on a whole different time than I am. She want me to be her man, but she don't understand this. Get fucked up my brain. Shorty on a whole different she don't understand this. Get fucked up my brain. Shorty on a whole different wavelength. I don't even wanna say shit, but I gotta keep it real. I ain't never been the one for no fake shit. Since I'm a star, making that gon' take concession. She don't understand, I need space if I'm tryna pull up in a spaceship. See, when you worldwide, you don't always have time to be by girl's side. And seeing other girls like my stuff that could mess with girl pride. Can't be stoned on social media if I'm not so sure about what I want and I need. I've been vocal. I ain't trying to provoke you, but we're not on the same time if you're local. And I'm global. I got motion, so can't answer my mobile. Shorty on a whole different time than I am. She want me to be a man, but she don't understand it's get fucked up my brain. Shorty on a whole different time than I am. She want me to be a man, but she don't understand it's get fucked up my brain. Shorty on a whole different time than I am.
You already know. Check my guy out, man, on all streaming platforms. Tap in. And if you want to be on the show, man, you like what we got going on, you want to be on the panel. If you see yourself on this panel, hit that email. Somebody will answer you back and get you on there, man. Talk to you, see what's going on. Interview, show. If you got an amazing story, come land it. Y'all all right?
Hanging in there.
I think
We're good.
Reese said this: 2 ears, 1 mouth. That's not an accident. Clip it, put it on a shirt. All right, final one, y'all. Okay. Keep the goal bigger than your ego. Healthy couples don't argue to win. Healthy couples argue to understand. Ask yourself, do I want victory or resolution? Ego collects trophies. Wisdom builds relationships. My question to y'all. All right, yeah, this is a good one. What habits help arguments end with solutions instead of scorekeeping? We're gonna start with you, Lee.
Start with me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, repeat the question one more time.
What habits help arguments end with solutions instead of scorekeeping?
What?
I think that you're gonna find a solution if you feel like you're being heard. And I don't think that all conversations require a solution, because if it's healthy communication, then you're just having a conversation and just having a dialogue. There might not be a natural issue. But if it's a question, or if it's based on somebody's feelings or emotions or whatever, then I think that if you're communicating effectively, you're not getting into a heated argument. You guys can talk about whatever the solution may be to that issue. Um, and I do think that sometimes um, it may be something like, I'm echoing. Hold on a second.
Yeah, somebody got the mean echo.
Is it me that's echoing?
No, that was me. My fault.
Yeah.
That was me. That was me. My fault.
Oh, um, I think that sometimes, like, just maybe you guys got to go to a drawing board, make a list. Maybe
Still
there's
doing it.
like, hold on, let me exit and come back.
Let's say like something playing in the background or something. V, we're gonna go to you till she come back. What habits help arguments end with solutions instead of scorekeeping?
I think active listening
Okay.
is a habit that can help, you come into a resolution or end. Scorekeeping. Wow, that does happen, but that can be so petty.
Yeah, they
and
can be
and
petty. The niggas is gonna do it. Like this is for these are for parents and kids. Like I said, this system hopefully could work for both of them. However, there's people today that who have still haven't worked through these issues, or you feel me, worked through them. So people, they do that. It is petty, but we've done it.
yes, yes. But I think active listening is a habit that can be used in those moments to try to get to a solution. I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm putting myself in the midst of an argument. What else? What could be is when you get to the end, if you finally get to a place where you two are actually listening to each other, is also creating a habit of um, finding a mutual place of respect, and make sure that the two of you agree on the place you've arrived at. Sometimes you have to agree to disagree. I think that's also a healthy habit as well. But I think to really, the healthiest is active listening and making sure that the two of you arrive at a mutual place of respect, even if you don't agree with the exact, it's like you've listened to that person, they've listened to you, and this is where we are. I can agree to disagree with you, but we've arrived at a place of mutual respect and peace. And I land with that.
What's a word? What's a word that you should avoid?
A word.
Yeah, in arguments. As far as people that do scorekeeping and all of that shit. What's words that you should avoid, or a word?
Hmm. I have to pass on that one. I can't really think of one.
You ain't never said like, um, I'll give you one. Never. You never believe me, or you never, something like that type shit.
Hmm.
So I'll throw that one out there. Never is one of the words you should never bring up again or say.
What's a word you should never say in an argument?
Or should what's so yeah, or avoid it. Because it is probably,
I mean, what the thing that just came to me is cursing. My mother, my mother, and my father had this argument once, and I think my mom said, she, said something like, kiss my, what, and my father was like, "Did you just invite me to kiss your ass?" you know. So I think there's
so
certain
curse
things.
word, cursing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think using derogatory. I know that certain words are used casually these days that were not used casually in previous decades. Like the B word and the N word. Is used, so it's like everyday language now. But um, calling a woman a B was a really it was a huge insult. And I would say, the way now, I guess, is more in how you call a woman a B, is probably,
Yeah, how you can only be
how you use it.
to only be gay. To only be
How you use the B word.
yes, how you use the B word, I guess, is more, these days, because it's used so prevalently. It's all in the music and everywhere now. But it used to be, especially if it came from a man, that was almost grounds for breaking up. Back when I was younger, is if a man called you a B, and any disrespectful words, attack against a person, should to me should not be used. And once those, sometimes you can put those words out there, and there's no taking it back. And and it may be, grounds for like reevaluating the relationship. So you have to be, or friendship, you have to be careful.
Respectfully. W. Rice says avoid the word stupid. That's offensive. I agree. Don't be
Mm.
calling people stupid. Reese, back to you, man. Everything
You
all right? You good?
stupid. You stupid.
Yeah, that's the add-on.
You
Reese, you
motherfucker.
valid?
I think
That's
I'm
the
good now.
add-on.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. You good? No feedback. Um, Back to you.
I forgot what I was answering.
What habits help arguments end with solutions instead of scorekeeping?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that the biggest thing is that I would say listening definitely, but I also think that taking accountability and acknowledging what somebody is actually feeling or saying. And sometimes it's not, the solution's not right there. You might have to go to the drawing board and revisit that topic at a later time. You might got to go do a little homework or research before you come to the solution that is going to solve that problem. I'm gonna land with that.
Give me a word or some words to avoid when arguing.
Um, I'm somebody who likes to call people names when I'm in an argument, and one of my famous things is "you're a joke."
Joke.
So I think that that is something to avoid during an argument, or any word that is like belittling to somebody.
Okay, belittle. I like that. Jen, what habits help arguments end with solutions instead of scorekeeping?
I think scorekeeping is childish. Um, what habits? What habits? What again?
Help arguments end with solutions instead of scorekeeping. Excuse me.
Overstanding where you're coming from. Take it as a feeling. Like this is what I'm feeling. So if that answers the question.
Copy. Give me a
I,
word.
I've been with hood females. I've been with hood females, and once again, don't tell me it's nothing. Like it's weird because um you know that they don't have one, but they also know that if a man says that to a man, it's fighting time. Don't you suck your dick, bro. Even though we know you don't have one, it's just you know they're gonna set us off. Don't use words that's gonna hurt you physically. I land,
So, threatening words, you would say?
huh?
Don't use threatening words.
That's gonna hurt physically.
Gotcha. I am to plead paradise. Life says just say you right and walk away. I agree. You got that one. That's this one on me. Another one is are you done? No, you can't ask somebody, are you done? That'll piss somebody off. Did there what are
What's
some
up?
habits that help arguments end with that help end solution instead of scorekeeping?
Um, just not arguing in the first place, stopping until you're in a better place to have the conversation, learning how I might need to put this off. Timing, realizing timing. Um, maybe before you even get to the conversation or the discussion, finding out how that person's feeling or not feeling already, then you would know whether or not they're willing to have this conversation because they could be going through something else. And I think importance of the conversation you're having in the first place. Like, is it life or death? Because if it ain't that serious, it might not be needed to be had. Definitely. That's from I guess from a woman's perspective. Just if it was a woman, follow your leader. You know, if you follow, let them create the paths of discussion, so you won't just be discussing everything and be arguing. If you're doing that, if as long as a woman's following their leader, most likely they probably won't have any arguments. That's when they deter from that. When they start when they want to be their own leader, and then their leadership thing is arguing.
Respectfully, give me a word or words to avoid when arguing or in
Anyone that's
argument.
any words that express
What you mean?
absolutes.
Absolute.
Never is one of them. One of them is never. You
Okay.
always. Things that are things that express absolutes that are probably not right. You're never there for me. You know what I mean? It's expressing an absolute because then it puts a person in defensive mode.
Respectfully.
Anything that's an attack is gonna put somebody most likely in a defense. And once somebody's in the defense, they're no longer receptive to any information you're giving. So I would say anything that's not connected to the topic you're talking about, even besides just doing absolute, anything that's not connected to the topic. If we're talking about one thing, let's talk about that. I don't want to hear about how I'm always squeezing the toothpaste from the middle and we wasting money and we supposed to be talking about something else. Let's talk about the one thing we're talking about. Or at least essentially the one thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about that. Other than that, we don't have really nothing to be talking about. You know what I mean?
Respectfully. You landed.
Yeah, I'm gonna land with that.
Cool. Billy,
It's
what
cracking.
habits help arguments end with solutions instead of scorekeeping?
All right, I need you to say that again.
What habits help arguments end with a solution instead of scorekeeping?
Okay. I pretty much what I'm gonna go with what Venus said. You know what I'm saying? Active listening, listening with intent to understand instead of respond
Hmm.
or one up. So that definitely is a goal. That definitely be it.
Give me a word or words to avoid when arguing or in an argument.
I will say anything anything disrespecting a man's masculinity.
Okay.
You know, that seems to be a go to, you know, and bitch ass nigga. So that that be thrown around a lot.
I heard that in a lot of recent
Respectfully.
arguments I had. I heard that in a lot of recent arguments I had.
No,
You
you
know.
did not. Don't go there.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. My brother speaking his truth. Please. Thank
No,
you.
he's not speaking no damn truth.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're not welcome.
Yes,
I
Reese,
got, I got,
please,
I got one
please.
that'll piss
Thank
Let
me
the
you.
bro-
off.
let the bro- let
Look,
the brother land, please.
Thank you so much.
look.
We
I
ain't
got
letting
one
him
that'll.
land because he wasn't
Wait.
talking in the first place.
Nah. I got one that'll piss me off. When you laughing at me. When you laughing at me, that really pisses me off. And it's not a word. It's just you laughing. Don't laugh at me because it sets me off. So
Yes, Reese.
I had to hook girls where they say to suck my dick shit, knowing that when men say they fight, now you want to try to fight me or don't laugh at me. That shit don't fly with me. I don't do nothing crazy, but it gets me to all right. At this point, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Respectful. Um, what habit help arguments end with solutions instead of scorekeeping? I've heard stay focused on one issue at a time. Heard timing. I heard avoid bringing up old arguments. I heard take short breaks if emotions become overwhelming. And I heard end with a shared plan instead of a shared winner. And these are some of the words to avoid if you're having an argument. Always, absolutes, never, absolute words. Look those up. Cursing, avoid belittling your partner, avoid threatening, avoid bitch ass niggas, avoid derogatory bitch ass bitch. Avoid all of those. These are things to avoid.
But I got a question. What if a woman likes to be called a bitch?
If the girlfriends do it, because when we
That's personal. That's
No,
private.
I'm not
let
talking.
the
I wasn't
girlfriends do
talking
it.
about the girlfriends calling you a bitch. I'm just saying.
No, because I don't like that word. I don't use that word, but I did it, and it was like it was a times 10, and my reply was, "Your girlfriends do it. Why can I do it?" You feel me? Like, what's the difference? Our tone, we mean it more. I was like, "Whoa, you're still being called one."
Hold on, man.
I don't think like, and I guess maybe it touches on what Venus said. Maybe back in the day it was considered derogatory or whatever to call somebody a bitch or whatever. I don't. I mean, I guess speaking for myself, I know at times in life I could be a bitch. So when somebody calls me a bitch, I already know that I have bitch traits. So I just kind of roll with it.
So you accept it now.
I mean, I don't like there's other words that would probably bother me, but I don't know. Bitch is not something that bothers me. I'm like, all right, like
Okay.
It's also tone, the heat of the moment. Depends on,
no, I don't give a fuck when you call me bitch. It's cool. Like it's whatever. Now there's
respectfully.
like I don't know. I guess maybe because it is more normalized now. I would say maybe I guess it doesn't bother me, but I don't.
B, turn over, let me get some pussy. Does
What
that
you just
excite you? B, turn over, let me hit that.
Bro, that is goddamn.
Early
That
in
is
the
not
morning. Look, early in the morning. As soon as you wake up, B, let me get some pussy.
That's not even your place to say that. That's crazy.
Now he's
No, they
speaking
said
generally. Now he's speaking generally.
yes.
Hopefully,
Early in the morning.
Hopefully,
that's
Oh
just
my
it
God.
sound it didn't sound like it, Coop. I'm gonna be honest, brother.
I'm trying to save him. I'm trying to save
I
him.
had to really
No,
like do a double take on that.
no. I'm not.
Right.
She explained it don't bother me now, right? Most women it don't bother now. So wake up, they ain't even wash your motherfucking teeth yet. B, let me get some pussy.
Yeah, Coop. You can't save him. He said it. He said it again.
I can't.
It's going
No, for
in the
those who don't give
direction.
a fuck about the word B.
I hear
You
you.
can't. No, I'm not trying to be saved. I'm asking a
Right.
question for those who don't like the word, don't give a fuck about the word B, right? So early in the morning, B, let me get some pussy.
So you asking what would their response be
No,
to
he's
that?
asking. Can I?
I hope he's not asking that
No,
shit.
what
No.
he's giving pushback. Okay, I'm learning the slang here.
Yeah, right.
He's
So
giving
he's
pushback to
asking you
Reese.
ladies. Right. So
He's
he's
asking Reese
asking you.
specifically.
Yeah.
Exactly. What the fuck are y'all talking
I'm
about?
not avoiding this.
That's my,
I wasn't even going
right.
sexual with it.
Hold on. That's my sister.
I was not going
Wait.
sexual with what I was trying to say.
Wait a second.
No. You said it's normalized. You said it's normalized now, so we
Yes,
can use
but
it.
I was not talking sexually. Like what I choose to do in my bedroom, I'm not going to get out here and speak out
No, I'm not talking
about
about none of
anyway.
that. I'm talking about in general. In general,
I
That's
was
a
just saying in
if it's
general that
normalized,
I
That's
carry
a
bitch
bedroom nightmare.
traits.
if it's normalized, then it shouldn't matter when you recalled it. It's normalized.
And I answered that question already. I don't give a fuck when you call me a bitch because I know I can be a bitch at times. That's what I said.
So let me.
And then I
So
just want to put
I'm
it
actually
out there.
curious,
In the
Reese. I'm curious.
arguably way, she's meaning.
What'd you say,
If
Venus?
Referring to.
I'm actually curious now. So in this particular scenario, if this occurred, um, it's okay with you.
Oh yeah, we can get it on. It's fine.
It's normalized.
Okay.
Thank you for saving it, Venus. You saved it.
Chef Tone, welcome.
If
Kind of weird.
What's good, my
Hey,
brother?
Right,
What's
right.
good, my brother?
It's getting weird.
none.
But when I initially made the statement, I was not referring sexually. I was just saying that some women in general don't care if a man calls them a bitch because a lot, like, let's be for real, a lot of
While
women.
arguing or in the heat of the moment.
Cool.
He can say it in a Barry White voice in the morning.
All right, so let me go. Let me go back to this. If he would say, "Bitch, give me a drink," I wouldn't really think of it in a negative manner. Maybe I'm used to it because he does call me a bitch, but I'm not like offended that he would say that. That's what I was going at. I was not going anywhere else with it. But I'm saying that it is more normalized that women are called bitches. And my thing is like you call a spade a spade. If you carry bitch tendencies, you're a bitch. If you
You know
carry
what? I
dick
respect
tendencies,
it.
you're a dick.
Respectfully.
I respect
So
it.
if he says, "B, go get me a beer," and you
Well,
go get
he
and
wouldn't say beer because he don't drink. But if he would say, "Bitch,
you
go get
know,
me a drink," I'm gonna go get him a drink.
okay. And then what do you say? What do you call him? Return? Yes, honey.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm just
I'm
gonna say,
just
okay, babe, like just keep it
okay.
moving.
I mean, but so he calls you a B and you call him honey.
I don't use the word honey, but I'm not gonna respond in a negative manner. No.
Can I
I
say
don't
one
think,
thing?
hold on, hold on. No, let me say one thing. I don't think
He
because of the
said,
fact that,
"My
because you
bad,
know
my
what it
bad, Chef
is?
Tone, go ahead."
Like, you good. The fact of the matter that Venus got this big ass smile on her face because she really wants to know. Now, I want to help her out real quick because everybody's relationship is their relationship. I just want to say that everybody moves different in a relationship. They've known each other for fucking very long time. That's their relationship. Bro. What they're saying, ain't being disrespectful to her. At the end of the day, it's the way they talk. They have a fucking relationship where that communication level is there to be able to do things. You know what I mean? They've been through a lot in this sense. So if he was being fucked up, they're not in a fucked up place to be. Yo, bitch, this, bitch, that, bitch, this. Nah, Mo don't like to argue. He's not arguing. He's not That's not the type of person he is. You feel me? So reality, I know you're looking at like fuck this nigga and why the fuck is he calling the bitches and this motherfucker girl over here accepting it and I just want to know why she dumb and accepting you because you're
No,
asking questions.
that's not. I'm just asking questions. That's it.
Can I say something then, please?
You're attaching a story to
Yeah.
something when
I
you
just
just
want
walked into the room.
to,
You
all right.
know,
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
true.
just
defending.
asking her questions. That's
And
all.
I
let
know,
me
no, I,
clarify, he doesn't walk around calling me a bitch 24/7.
You
I'm
know,
gonna
let me, let
clarify
me,
that.
let me also clarify something else. When I don't call a person, I would, if I call her a bitch, it wouldn't be out of anger.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like you like bitch because I'm mad. When I'm mad, it's more miss and ma'am and stuff like that. Which is awkward, right? Because it's the reverse of a conversation. So you would think that when you're angry, you would be doing that. When I'm angry, I'm more missing ma'am. Bitch to me is more like it's like that's my people. You my people. It's not like that. If I'm like, all right, okay, miss. If I'm saying miss to you, that to me is more of a violation than me calling you a bitch because that just showing we're
It's a
not
dismissal.
connected. Yeah, we're not connected. We have no connection. We have no friendship there. You know what I mean? Like I don't not explain it better than that. But no, I would if we were in
Yes.
the art, I probably would say we've been together off and on for like almost is it 18 years now? We've
Going
been
on
together off and
30.
19.
on.
It was 30. 30.
No, it's going on 19, thank you. Not no 30.
But you know what I mean? We've been like we have been off and on. We haven't been there together the whole 19 years. But however, I would, and I know she could vouch for this. I probably called her bitch way less times in arguments. Like you know what I mean? Way less times. I'm not gonna say I've never done it ever, but way less because I like Tone was explaining. I don't like arguing. I don't. I'm not a person who wants to be and I don't like being disrespectful during arguments. I don't like doing that. I'd rather not talk at all. My thing is the silent treatment. When I'm angry, I'd rather be silent.
And it fucking pisses me off.
I could go like nigga, like I am Ada's son. Me and my mother taught me that. I can be fucking silent. We could be not talking. I could not talk to somebody for days. Just not say nothing.
I second.
I second. I third that.
I don't need to say nothing because that to me, I don't want to be disrespectful and I don't want to be disrespected. So I'd rather us not even talk to each other.
I'd rather be quiet. Yeah, I'd rather just not talk. I know it's gonna go.
And when we get into a better place when we can have a conversation, let's do it then. But no, if I said, "Bitch, get me a drink," it's a jovial. It's real jovial. It's not out of an angry moment. It's like, yeah, bitch, give me a drink, bitch. I might be joking.
No, and I didn't want to say like waking up in the morning and saying the word. It's a sexual thing.
We don't have.
I'm not going
to say. I'm not going to say our sex life on the show. Really, you know what I mean? But,
no, I didn't really. I said in general. I didn't. Let's be honest. I never said y'all relationship. I said in general.
No, and I respect that. I'm not attacking. I don't mind. I'm just saying we're not vanilla. So names and stuff like that.
The fuck is that, nigga?
You don't know what that is?
Plain.
You missed it. Google it.
He ain't talking about my complexion, okay?
Not ice cream.
So things like that could be, it's part of just lifestyle choices of what's right and what's wrong. So I think
like Chef Tone said, it's the relationship of who y'all are. You feel me?
Yeah,
so I respect
I think it's different. So you gotta how you and your partner decide to talk to each other or don't. And I think that how you already if things can create their own connotation, fuck their relationship or not, it can create its own thing. If there's a beef, there's a beef. If you know this person only calls you a bitch out of anger, it would probably have a negative connotation. So if somebody said to you, bitch, go get me a drink, yeah, you would be offended because that's what you've been known to feel every time that person said that. This is a sad story, but I'll tell you this is real life. This is how I found out I call women bitches a lot, because I do, and I don't even mean disrespectfully. I was raised off rap music. It was my C-Day, and the hood called me. He's not on the show. He can vouch for this, but he can't vouch for it. But he had called me. He had asked me what was I doing for my C-Day, and I was going to my mother's house, and I was like, I'm going to the bitch house, right? But I was talking about my mother. God rest her soul. I love my mother. I swear to God. I got her name on my hand, and I got her around my neck always. So it's like, nigga, I didn't mean it disrespectful. I just said it like, yeah, I'm about to go to that. You going to your mom? Yeah, I'm about to go to that bitch house. I just said it, not even thinking about it. And then, but nah, I was with my girl at the time. And when I hung up with him, she said, yo, I know you call me a bitch when I'm not around. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? She's like, you just called your mother a bitch for no reason. Why'd you say that?
Right?
It's crazy.
Yeah,
and I realized it like, yeah, I did. And that's just, it's like, yeah, I'm not kosher. I am I guess I could be vulgar, but yeah, I don't mean, when I say, I don't like, I'm not. My conversation. Nah, it's not. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in the business of calling women bitches. I will say it behind their back because I know that I'm not up for the argument. Women are always gonna win a battle with me in an argument because I can't think fast enough to argue back. And everything I want to say is nothing that I mean. I mean none of it. So I'm just trying to keep up with all the stupid shit that she's saying back to me, and I'm feeling like she meant it. So I gotta rebuttal this stupid shit. I'm just saying all types of dumb shit, and then later on I gotta go back to this fucking bitch and say, you know what, man, I ain't mean none of that shit. I'm sorry. And then in her head, And in her head, you meant it. You shouldn't have said it. Well, what the fuck? Why you say what you said? The fuck?
Right.
So
Right.
I learned a solid game. Man, I ain't saying nothing. When I tell a motherfucking woman you right, it means fuck you. It makes my life better. She don't know what my fucking cold words mean, and I got a bunch of them. I got time. Listen, I spit out cold words all day because I ain't got time to argue with nobody. The fuck am I arguing with you for? I'm not gonna argue with a fourth grader. It's just not happening. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? You right, and I go about my business. I used to say, "Are you done?" But Delanucci is right. That ain't the right thing to say, and I stopped saying that. So I only say it to y'all niggas now, especially when we're talking. Are you done?
Are you done?
Are you done?
When dirt say something, are you done, nigga? Are you done?
dumb? Are
Okay.
you dumb?
No,
You
are
know
you
what I
done?
realized? You know
I
what I
know,
realized?
I know, I know.
Like, you know what I realized, Chef Tone? What I
No.
realized with that is too, because I've been a person who matched energies because the person was saying something mean or whatever. I had to say mean shit. What I realized is nobody remember hitting you. They only remember you punching them in the eye. They don't when they, especially like they don't remember that. They don't remember the fact that your negative thing was a response to what they
To the
said.
bullshit. Yup.
You know what I mean? Also, what I've come to the conclusion of realizing is you know how they say when you're angry, you speak the truth, right? You speak the truth when you're angry. You know, that's not me. When I'm angry, I don't speak the truth. When I'm angry, I'm responding in anger. So I'm saying whatever
Right.
to hurt you like you hurt me. But because
Yep.
that's how she is, she's speaking the truth out of her anger. She assumes I became super truthful. No, I just was responding to what I was trying to hurt you like you was trying to hurt me. But she's not going to remember that. None of that shit's going to be remembered. So now I
Never
don't
did.
do that. That's why, yeah, I
Never
said
did.
I learned in recovery that you know what? I don't have to match energies because we might not have the same goals and want the same outcome. Why am I
Right.
matching energies with a person who doesn't want the same ending that I want? I don't want the same
Yeah.
ending. I don't want the I don't and but unless I want the ending they want, and then they're painting, then they're leading me now, and then they're not even realizing they're leading. They don't even realize it. You're making me
Now
say
it goes
mean
to the
shit.
scoreboard.
Yeah, now we doing this other shit I don't even want to get involved in. I'm stuck in this game with you that you want to play instead of finding healthy ways to get attention. Because people find negative ways to do it. It's like kids. It really is. People want attention and want conversations, but don't really have shit to talk about because, like Jim and I was saying earlier, you don't even know what the fuck words mean. How can you worrying about me saying big words during an argument? How can we have a regular conversation if I can't have a conversation with you if you don't know what words mean? But then instead of learning that, you rather to have the conversation almost like a child would do. You'll take any conversation, a negative one. You'll take any attention, a negative one. And then now we're not getting to the point. We're not getting what we want because to me, I don't reward negativity. I don't want to
Right.
do that. So and I think that too. I always say that too. I feel like some people get into arguments so they can put you on the back end. So you have to now make up. I think people love to make up the breakup. I mean, to break up the makeup. They love that.
That's fucking that's
They
bullshit.
love
But I
that
don't.
shit. They love that. They love to make up the breakup because then now I can get my flowers without, and now I could walk around with
You're
an
not
attitude.
getting nothing. You
Yeah.
argue with me, bitch. I'm not making up for nothing. And matter of fact, I done argued so goddamn long, I forgot what the fucking argument was about. I'm fucking out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to fucking go cheat. Now I'm going to cheat. I'm out of here. I got time for this shit. Arguing with you for, man.
You
I
was
don't even know
shooting
what
for
we're
the argument.
Does anyone
nah.
watch Key and Peele? Did you ever see that sketch he did? The bitch, and they was like, "Did you call her
Yeah.
bitch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you say bitch?
Yeah,
What
they
you
be
say?
looking around. They be looking around.
I said
It's fucked up. They
Yeah,
not
yeah.
friends no more. That's fucked up. That's sad. That's a sad
Oh,
story.
they not? I didn't know that. That's why.
Oh
I
Yeah,
yeah,
I
didn't
he
didn't
know
know
got
that
that.
either.
he got which one was it? The light skinned one, the bald headed one. He got to get out. His wife took over his life. He let her become the leader of his life. His
Wow.
wife. Yeah, he's one of them. He
Oh,
That's
you
got
what the
you
rid of
Damn.
movie
got
was. That's
you
what he
got
said the movie was based on.
Yeah, you stupid.
Well, they both married,
What? What? Because that was a movie
but
based on that.
kinda, they said that's
On
somebody else.
their friendship breaking up and his wife
It's the
controlling
YouTuber.
everything.
His wife getting in control.
Oh, word.
He went on Saturday Night Live and she pissed everybody off on Saturday Night Live because she wants to be in the dressing room and she wants to know how much makeup. She telling the makeup artist how much he don't need no more on his cheeks. He's good. Bitch, you're not a makeup artist. This is what we do. Like, and he just sitting there. That's my baby. She's very,
She Suge Knight. All
yeah,
the videos.
I ain't even gonna lie. I used to think that women shouldn't be in no power. I did think that. I don't think that anymore. I think that you gotta find a nigga that's like that, who wants that, because there's niggas who like to be dominated. But the problem is you deal with somebody like that, and then you deal with somebody who's really a manly man who doesn't want to be dominated, and you don't know how to adapt to that because you're so used to being.
You know what? You know what? My fault, Dirt. Yeah. So Venus, you must be dealing with people that that y'all must be balanced, or you in charge.
I would say balanced. I don't,
Yeah, it's balance. That balance really seems like that scale still tipping a little bit more on the. I got this. Hey,
you always
I don't
coming
know.
for my jugular, Chef Tone. What did I do to you?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna stop, but that's my friend. That's my best friend over there. So I felt like once you go for it, I had a good. We jump people. You know what I'm saying? We jump people. There's no fair fight. We go. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who it is.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. It had nothing.
Okay.
You walked
I
in the
know.
door, didn't even you all in
You
the
like
Kool-Aid,
balance.
don't even know
You
the
like
flavor.
balance.
Nah,
You like balance.
Talk
You
about
like
it.
balance?
You like balance.
I
Venus,
think
you like
that's
you like
like peace, peace,
balance.
balance. Yeah.
So who's the leader?
That's true.
So who's
Who
the
is the
leader?
leader?
Balance. Who's the leader?
God,
Right.
I would say God is the leader. If you were going to choose,
Hey, well, you know what? You must be by yourself because I'm tell you this. I'm leading this situation. I can't. God is already leading me, and then I'm leading her. So yeah, I'm leading her to the promised land. God is already leading both of us.
What does the Bible say about the leadership role in the house?
it doesn't say about leadership. It also talks about
It doesn't talk about that?
it talks about that it's not. I mean, people use that submissive term a lot.
Which one does it come from? Where does it come from?
Also, the man is supposed to submit to her. It says the man submit to her needs.
What?
But just as she submits to him, he submits to her needs. That's actually how it reads.
All right, so we know what. Wait, but we know what needs are and wants are, right? Do you want him to submit to your wants or your needs? Your needs is to eat, have a place to live. Those are your needs. You want him to submit to your wants, correct?
I've never had a desire for that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
I really haven't.
She's tough. She's tough. She's
it's not tough. It's not tough to front. When you front, that's not tough. It's not front.
That's actually who she is, though. That's actually who she is.
I'm saying that if a person's supposed to submit to your needs, that's not even really a level of submission. That means take care of your needs, and we all know what needs are and wants are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ask Reese, that's my significant other. We've been together for a minute. If you ask her, do I submit to her needs?
45 years.
If you ask, do I submit to her needs? Do I submit to your needs, babe?
Yes.
Her needs, yeah. Do I submit to your wants?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I know.
So essentially, I'm living biblical because I'm submitting to her needs, like the Bible says, right?
Yeah, that's what you say.
That's what she said it. I didn't say it. She said she agrees. I submit to her needs.
Yeah, real quick, Gemini. What's no Venus? What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah, you ain't winning that battle. And she over here fronting because her wants and needs is crazy. As a Scorpio, yeah, bro, she's a Scorpio, my guy. Bro, she's at the top of the fucking food chain of fucking wants and needs. Nigga, are you fucking shitting me? Nigga, what?
She don't want to
She got a lot.
yeah.
Bro, she is a difficult person.
I feel like I got to defend her now because I'm the only other woman here.
Well, go defend her then. Yeah.
And I know how you guys are. You guys gang up in your little wolf pack.
Man, we gang up on everybody.
Oh, I know. I was getting ganged up for a lot earlier for no reason.
Nobody ganged up on you. That's not real. But yeah, but then that's what I'm saying, Venus. The Bible says that a man. What should the woman submit to in a man? You said submit to a woman's need. What should she submit to a man? His needs.
I'm going to actually read the scripture verbatim, and then you can make the judgment yourself. Let me see if I can find it.
I believe in you.
You know, let's see what I can see.
Well, I'm just going to say everybody's wants and needs can be defined differently.
No, wants and needs are not. No, wants and needs are simple. Wants are wants. Needs are detrimental. There's needed.
No, needs are always the same. Needs are always the same.
You need to be protected and provided for. You need that. However way you want to
I agree.
protected and provided for.
You need to.
Everything else is a want.
You need to eat. You need to have a place to live. You need to have light to read.
You need water to wash your ass too.
You need water. Yeah, you need water to wash.
Shelter. Yeah. Shelter. You need shelter. Yeah.
Yeah, you need shelter.
Well, maybe her wants are a need.
Yeah, she tried to shoot her shot.
Hell no.
We tried to shoot her shot. I got you. Hell no.
Hell no.
I got you, Reese.
I
know you got that one.
I got you.
No, your wants can never be like that's literally something you're like really that's like first step of being is like the separation. I tell myself all the time, what do you need and what do you want? That's like something you learn as a kid. There's difference. There's a complete difference between need and want. What you need, I need to breathe.
All humans have the same needs then.
You know what I need? I need this next question. What was the next question? Respect.
Right after these messages.
The villain's the Capricorn. He don't know the difference between his wants and his needs.
Nigga, I want and need this next question.
I want and need. Fuck it, nigga. I need both of them.
Respectfully. We're gonna go to commercial. But to you at home, I want to know: can two people both be right from different perspectives? Let me know, Mike.
This is BK.
Mike Payne.
Carly.
34 and a half.
Hot Boy Shay.
Tyrell. And I play Tyrell.
And Monica.
Jay.
Mo.
Big Prince in that series Make Some Noise.
You gon' hear me now, feel me now. I'm 10 toes, no small talk, straight to the pen.
Throughout the season, you see him going through where in the beginning he wanted to just do his music and work a regular 9-to-5, but as things continue to happen to him, he has to respond to the environments that he gets put in.
Damn. Nah, fucked up, cuz. Yo, my bad, bro. Where the fuck was you at anyway? I was trying to get a little bottle or something, type of weapon that even the odds, it was more than us.
A lot of people called me and was like, when they see me, I like to say I retreated, which is something people do in war all the time. They retreat to, regroup. Another word I like to use when I think about that scene. People thought I was like, punani.
Nigga, you must not know who the fuck I am, nigga. This is my city. Y'all beat his ass. Get up, bitch ass. You ain't
I had people say, you just being you. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't no bully though. I ain't no bully, but Yeah, don't take me there, bro. But other than that, yeah, just I'm that nigga, and I definitely feel like I'm that nigga. You supposed to feel like that. You feel me? Yeah.
Damn, she fine as hell. What the fuck you doing with this bum ass nigga? Might well come to my section.
Nigga, I wouldn't give you the time of day if you paid for it. Like she's a good person at heart. I just think she's in the wrong career field. You be surprised what type of men I see on a daily. Oh, what? That make you nervous? You scared?
Nah, not even.
I think you kind of see her go from a stable person to just kind of really wanting to hold on to a relationship that probably does need to end.
Excuse me? It's been a few days with who? Who you been working with? And who are you about to compare me to?
I'm just tired.
No.
I need to get some rest.
No, let's talk about it. Who are you about to compare me to?
Nobody.
Was it the girl that dropped you off? Yeah. I saw that person drop you off. Who the fuck was that?
A friend that, everybody try to keep around in life, that's still, doing the normal things, having a job, taking care of bills.
I know I ain't got much, man, but I know I can only $2.
Nah, man, you ain't have to do that.
Man, look, bullshit. That was make some noise. Tell them hashtag LYP sent you, man. Go check it out, man. I'm So Tyrell page. Tap in, man. Well, I don't know if we crashed or we landed, but I know I'm ready to land this thing. What's up with y'all?
Landed.
Yeah, I have to get ready to call it a night too.
Yeah, I'll meet y'all backstage or whatever. All right, let's close this thing on out. I want to thank you, everybody at home.
Big salute to the panel.
If you made it this far, definitely like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Hype me up if you got one. I appreciate it. Thank you. Catapult me into the algorithm so somebody could use this system, man. Appreciate it. And I want to appreciate everybody on flight attendants, the flyers, as usual. Let's close this thing out, man. Conflict is proof that two different life stories just met at the same table. The healthiest families aren't the ones who never disagree. They're the ones who know how to disagree without destroying trust. Parents, your children are watching more than you're listening, are watching more than they're listening. They're learning how to apologize by watching you apologize. They're learning how to forgive by watching you forgive. They're learning how to handle frustration by watching how you handle yours. Help me understand is how every healthy conversation begins, but someone has to be willing to ask. This week, before your next disagreement, replace one assumption with one honest question. Then come back and tell us in the comment section what changed. Protect your peace. See you next week. And thank you for flying with us on Land Your Plane podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your destination. Please remain seated until you have properly processed. Keep your mind clear until next time.
Land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.